Hey guys, this is Sup Pup and I'm bringing you another Rome Total War online battle. This is a Rome versus Rome battle. I command the House of Scipii and my opponent, LastKing, is command of the House of Julii. Let's take a look at my army first. My army consists of 3 sets of urban cohorts, gold upgraded, 2 sets of legionary first cohorts, gold silver upgraded, 4 sets of legionary cavalry, and 6 sets of archer auxilia, silver upgraded. This is a new type of troop composition that I've never really tried out before. I did bring those 2 sets of legionary first cohorts, and I wasn't really sure what kind of a major role they play in the battle, but I figured since they had a greater number than urban cohorts, it would give me a slight tactical advantage. So this, you can see, is my archer auxilia shooting away at his men, and I do have an archer advantage in this fight, so it's going to cause him to rush forward. Now let's take a look at my opponent's army. My opponent's army consists of 4 sets of archer auxilia, bronze, 4 sets of legionary cohort, bronze, 4 sets of urban cohort, bronze, and 5 sets of legionary cavalry, all bronze. So we went with a bronze upgraded army, and it was pretty good, but my men still do have the greater upgrades, so I am going to prevail in a head-on engagement. But he does have a number advantage, so I definitely have to watch out. Here you can see my opponent lined up his men to throw their pilla into me, and I immediately am going to charge in my legionary first cohorts to stop them from throwing the pilla and force them to engage me. In the background you can see my urban cohorts are going to start pushing forward here now, and you can tell that my legionaries first cohorts are actually holding their ground pretty well. They are outnumbered though, so I'm going to have to even the odds with my urbans. You can see that he's trying to outflank me with his own urban cohorts, but it's not really going to work to his advantage. And I'm actually going to start overlapping his flank. In the center I see a gap, and I'm going to push right through with one set of my urbans. He does try to fill that gap with the set of legionary cavalry, but he really causes his men even more casualties. He got way more casualties on that charge than I did, just because his men were in the way of his charge, and it kind of halted his charge, so my urban cohorts were actually able to take out a few cavalrymen. So you can see that he is starting to kind of overlap my right flank, but I do have my urban cohorts holding their ground. Over on my left flank, I'm swinging my legionary cavalry over to his flank, and I'm going to do an engagement with his 2 sets of cavalry. But seeing the danger, he is going to swing over more sets of cavalry, but it's a little too late, because I get a perfect charge on them, and one set routes almost immediately. So now I am in a ferocious engagement with the rest of his cavalry over there, and here I launch a hammer and anvil on one of his urbans, and you can also see that he brought a set of cavalry over to the flank as well to try to stop me from doing that. He was a little bit too late though in his urban crowd. So you can see the infantry fight is most definitely going my way. Due to my upgrades, I am able to hold out longer than his men, and his men fall victim to morale shock. And the cavalry fight over on my left, opposite his right, is also starting to go my way. It's a very close fight though, due to his greater numbers, but my greater upgrades. So it's quite an interesting fight with the cavalry. That fight goes on for quite some time. I had also thrown in one set of my urbans in there at one point, but then I retreated them out, seeing that I wanted to overlap his flank more than kill his cavalry at that immediate moment. Here you can see I am engaging his urbans with my own urbans, and I do have more men in that squadron, and they're more heavily upgraded, so I'm actually going to persevere in that. And at this point my opponent just admits defeat, seeing that he's kind of been destroyed. All that's left is a few members of his cavalry and everything else, so he just decides to admit defeat. Anyway, it was a clear victory for me. I do hope you guys enjoyed this fight. I sure did. And I'm quite happy to be back on this game. I know I said that in my last video, but I'm really happy to be back. Anyway, expect more videos, guys. See ya.